What's going on, miners? Chump Change XD here. Hope you're all staying healthy, having a great day. Today is the day. As you can see, I removed the gate from this trailer. It's now there. We're going to be putting the solar panels on this guy because it's somewhat of a nice day. No clouds in the sky. I don't have to worry about rain, so I got a little bit of time. And sun's going down, so it's not super hot. What I'm going to do first is take off one of the panels in the back. I think it's going to be this guy right here. Going to end up unplugging it because it's not in the sun anyways. We're gonna pull this entire thing off. My thoughts are, if I leave that pole on, I can put the pole on the other side of this pole here, and that'll hold it from sliding while I switch the clips, basically mount it on the other pole, and then I can remove the previous fence post. So my plan is to take the panels exactly how they sit now horizontally and still put them horizontal right here and there, and then I'm going to put two on the other side. And at a later date I can rearrange this at some point. I just need to see how this works first, and then I'll be able to redesign stuff. And I don't really want to be buying more Unistrut because that stuff's just ridiculously expensive. It's like 40 bucks a length. So yeah, we're gonna pass on that for now. Let me get this thing removed, thrown over there, and we'll start bolting it up. All right, took it out, bolted it right to the pole. Now you can see Galvy fence post is right there with that swivel head right here. Now the only thing I don't like about this is it doesn't allow me to move this easily, right? I'd have to loosen these nuts, or I have to really like force it up or down to give it a different angle. All right guys, move the trailer from there over to here. Now, this is what I came up with. I Googled a few things about angles of solar panels, right? And realistically, an angle versus a non-angle is roughly 4% or something overall for the entire year loss. So I'm willing to take that 4%, and obviously the cleaning is going to be an issue. You're going to have to clean your panels if they're not tilted because the rain is no longer going to clean them. So what I'm going to do here either way is to make them all flat, because that's the best way to get all of these panels on board, and that way I can actually add 4 more panels in the middle here or on the second set like I am doing right here. What I want to show you guys is I mounted these 4 just like this. As you guys could see, I already showed that. Now, I put a piece of Unistrut, I just kind of slid it through into the middle of both sets of panels, right? I'm gonna put another set of 4 panels right in the middle, and I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna slide it forward into the other panel, kind of pinching it so it's locked in. So the middle doesn't have to be mounted. It's just gonna have to be, you know, 2 sides, obviously, to the rails. I think that's gonna be the best bet. And then we'll do the same thing, duplicate it on the back side. I'll do right and left. And at a later date, we'll add the 4 in the middle with 2 more pieces of Unistrut. So give me a second. Let me go grab another set of these panels from over there. Sorry for the reflection, but how's she look? So that is what I was talking about. Perfectly flush all the way front to back. Now it sticks out a little bit here, obviously, because I had to offset the panels from where the Unistrut is. They were in the exact same spots on the panels, so I just kicked the center forward so the other section of Unistrut is like right here next to it. But again, it locks in underneath the panels. If you can see, side by side, locked in nice and tight. Same thing all the way across. I think it came out pretty good. Now I just gotta wire it. I gotta blow out all this crap, and I want to wash these panels with some Dawn soap and water, because I think that's the best way to wash them. So got my little bucket right there, and that's what we're gonna do. Gonna use some Dawn dish soap. I assume it's all right. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Just gonna wash these panels off. I want to scrape off all the tree sap. Like all this is all tree sap. Gotta use a razor blade, scrape all that off, get these things nice and clean. Then we'll figure out how to wire them up. I'm thinking I'm gonna put the that combiner box like right here maybe, so I can kind of get to it all, have all the wires come into it, and then we'll have one wire come off, go down, and probably back to the trailer. However I gotta do that, or I'll run it into the house and put the batteries in there. I haven't really decided if I actually still want to do that or not, but I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's get this thing washed up. She's nice and clean. Just finished the squeegee on all of the panels here. Got all the sap off, and I'm actually super pumped I laid these things flat, because look, I can just tilt the trailer down and then it'll pitch forward. I mean, it's not much of a pitch, but it's definitely better than flat. I think I also might just drag this behind me over here where the car is right now, and I could put it right there on blocks, like, you know, backwards. The trailer hitch will be over here, because I could pull this thing by hand. So I'll just raise the front and chalk it up as high as I can, so it'll just, you know, basically have that on the ground, and then it'll get whatever it is, a couple more inches on this angle, as you can see. I think that's a pretty good idea though, and it might actually really work extremely well. The only concern is the car is being parked next to it, casting a shadow left to right. And just in time, Amazon shows up with the connectors that I need. Check it out. I got a whole bunch of MC4 connectors, females and males. These are the solar ends that plug right into each other. I think there's 60 of each of those connections in there, and we're going to be wiring this all up. I think I'm just going to use one of those super long cables I have from over there, or the extra ones that I have laying outside of the trailer. I'm going to cut them up and just wire it all so it's nice and neat and not have like a whole bunch of extra slack. So here we are, next day. Got a little late and dark out, so I actually switched gears, got this box hung, and I was gonna, like I said, do it here, but I decided to actually just mount it exactly like it was on the poles over there, right to the front of the trailer, because this is a weatherproof box anyways. It's completely sealed. It's got you know, the rubber seal all around the outside, so it's not going to be able to get any water damage, and it's got this nice lip over the top. And I do have this in the Amazon store if you guys are interested. Now, I already cut and connected two, so I got these two sections here. Those four are in series, and then they come down and connect to these four that are in series in parallel and come back to this combiner box. Same thing with these 8 right here. Now, these 4 are going to be tying in by themselves, and as you can see, I have a piece of solar panel wire that I actually cut, and that's how I made those 2 wires. Now I have this one left. These already have the factory ends on them, and I have to add 2 more ends to these ones. So I want to show you guys how this is done because it's kind of confusing. So on the negative and the positive, each end is going to be opposite. You're going to have a male and a female on each end. Inside all of the female connectors, right here, they're going to have a male prong. Inside the male connectors are going to have a female prong, so it's a little bit confusing and tough to do. Now, I thought this kit came with a crimper. These are actually tightening tools and a way to pop the connectors apart by putting this in the center right here, and it kind of separates the two. So now let me show you how we do this. Now, again, this is a male and a female together at this current moment. We're going to take this tool. Let me put the camera down. So we're going to take this tool with the 2 prongs. You just kind of stick it in here, and it pops them apart. Easily separated. All right, so now this is the male. I'm going to unscrew this. Leave all of this together if you can. You want to grab the female prongs, which are these ones. I will leave this kit down in the Amazon store if you guys are interested as well. As you can see, it's got a hole in the center. And if I grab the male prongs, just for side-by-side comparison, you can see one's got a solid end and one doesn't. So male and female, and they go in the opposite corresponding MC4 connectors. So female is going to go into this male one, but first we're going to take these guys. So the black one already has a male, so I need a female on that end, and the red already has a female, so I need a male on that end. So right here, I'm gonna strip this red, and we're gonna install this connector. You only need to strip a tiny bit off of this guy, and again, we're gonna be putting the female on, but first, obviously, stick this guy over, which is the end of the MC4 connector. Take our hammer lug, give it one whack, and this flat part might give you a hard time getting this unit in. So what we need to do is push it pretty much as hard as we can, and you should hear a click, but sometimes you don't, and it doesn't make it all the way to the end. So what I'll do is squeeze the wire with my hand and just tap it. And then you might have to just twist a little bit, kind of wiggle it in. Kind of hard to see, but if you did it right, it should be just about flush on the inside of this male connector. Then just take the back side and tighten it up, and it should make a nice compression, and it should not be able to come apart. And that's what these 2 tools are for. One slips over here, the other one just slips over the face here, and you just give it a little extra love. Not too tight though, because you can split it. And that's it. Done and done. Now let me get the female on, and we'll go from there. Again, the female has the male prong, and this one's not as flat as the last one, so hopefully we hear a click, which I did, and that's it. She's done. All right, all wired up. I just got to get some cable management, zip tie this thing right inside the frame here and then up along that pole, and then everything is pretty much cable managed underneath. just up inside the unit strut, but all of the panels are all wired up back to the combiner box, and I actually wired it so I have one extra slot right here in case I want to add some more at a later date. All right, it's all wired up. We got the wire connecting to the trailer. That's way over there. Let's flip the breaker on and go make sure it's good. It's starting to rain out, so I gotta do this quick. Just gonna make sure this can't get wet. I cleaned up all my stuff except for a few things. Now I just have the wire running from here through my mulch bed. I obviously have to clean this all up, but it goes behind my stairs along the foundation. Then again, I'm gonna have to run like some sort of tube conduit just to hide all this stuff. Run the panel wire all the way down. Again, it's just going across my grass for the time being. Not gonna stay there permanently. Right over, I just wanted to get it hooked up into the trailer, so now we don't have any issues. And excuse the mess, I just threw everything in here because it was starting to rain. And let's see, panels are working, hell yeah. All right, so obviously it's cloudy, starting to rain. We're getting 95 watts right now from the panels, 3 amps and 65 volts. So is what it is. Again, it's starting to rain, can't really do anything about that, but panels are hooked up. I can't wait to see what this thing does on a sunny day. So overall, at least this all works. It's all hooked back up. This trailer is now gone and over in the driveway for the time being. Now, I think, again, I might end up moving that guy over to where my vehicle is right now because I don't want the house too shaded at all. All right, guys, next day, what do you think about this? Nice and sunny out. All the panels are in the sun. Again, I'm gonna be flipping this thing around and putting it right behind me. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you guys think this is a great idea? Do you like the fact that I can actually tilt it towards the sun and move it around however I want? And again, I still have to do a bunch of cable management, but I wanna get this thing in its final location first. So leave it in the comments below. What do you think? And if you guys enjoy solar content and you haven't seen this video, go click on it right there, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Peace.